These are my top 5 moments from Flash Season 1, Episode 22. Number 5. How are they still letting people casually stroll into Star Labs? I swear this is a joke now with the writers. Hey, how are we gonna get this villain to talk to the Flash team? I don't know. Why don't we just have him walk into Star Labs or something? How does no one lock the doors? I now want to see an assortment of people just waltzing into Star Labs and a captured Reverse Flash eventually going, hey, I don't know, maybe try locking the damn doors? You had those around in this century, right? Number 4, Eddie telling Iris that her and Barry get married in the future. I'm so glad this is out in the open and almost everyone now knows. So now Eddie and Iris are done and we can stop seeing this whole weird love triangle going on. Although, if I was Iris at this point, I might resent Eddie, Joe, and Barry and not even want to be with Barry at this point. Everyone is telling her what she should do. Joe, Iris should be with you, Barry. Eddie, I don't approve of you proposing. Barry, oh, Iris should be with me. And now Eddie, you should be with Barry because you guys get married in the future, not to me. At what point does Iris go, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm in control of myself. You don't get to tell me who you think I should be with. I get to decide that. And the same thing goes with Barry. Like, just because a newspaper says he marries her, you can do what you want, Barry. I don't care how many freaking decades you've been with Iris in the comics. You be your majestic self. That whole destiny is already written out thing I always think kinda sucks, but I also think Wells showed Eddie something else or pushed Eddie in a way that we're going to see a drastic change in Eddie, from super happy Boy Scout to a darker side, and I am fully prepared and willing to see this. Number 3, the Green Lantern drop. When Barry and team go to Ferris Airport to fly the metahumans out, they mention Ferris has closed down when a test pilot disappeared. This means Hal Jordan is currently in space with a Green Lantern ring. Number 2, Snart Captain Cold is by far my favorite villain on The Flash. The actor is totally hamming up his performance, and it is majestic. I could not imagine Captain Cold being played any better. Snart is a theatrical villain, and I've said this too many times now, but what works in the comics doesn't necessarily always work in live action. That is not true in this case. His hammy performance matches the Cold in the comics I love so well. Come on, he even played Cold as Ice on the jukebox. That's dedication to a theme. I'm happy Snart has his own version of the Rogues now, even if they aren't his typical gang, and next season should be Rogue Team goodness. Oh, and Cisco naming his sister the Golden Glider like in the comics was also fun, but poor Cisco, don't let her tempt you to the dark side. Although it would be a twist if Caitlin and Cisco got their respective powers, but the side they fought on, good versus evil, changed from the comics. Not sure I'd like that, but that would definitely mess with our heads. And then number 1, Reverse Flash versus Flash, Arrow, and Firestorm. I never thought Oliver going hand to hand with the Reverse Flash would be a thing, yet here we are. So I'm guessing the nanites took away the Reverse Flash's speed, but his brain's reaction time was still there. Either that or Thawne has been taking some hardcore fighting lessons, because Oliver is supposedly highly trained. When you cut away and then pan back to Oliver being beat by a dude with a lead pipe, kinda makes me lose a little faith in you, Oliver. The team up was cool. I wish the fight scene was a tad longer, but it served its purpose. I mean, I feel like they just hyped up this fight so much and then it was just like, oh, it's done. And Firestorm probably ate up tons of their special effect budget. Now that they have the Reverse Flash, I can't see him being locked up for season 2. He had to have another plan. I guess ego does trip up a lot of villains, but Wells seems beyond that. I still think Wells already has multiple traps in motion, and we're gonna see Cisco and Caitlin get their powers for the finale. Also, if Reverse Flash's suit coming out of his ring didn't hype you up, I don't know what will. That was so cool. I never thought I'd see a speedster use a ring to put on his costume in live action decently done. It went beyond any expectations I ever had, and I felt like it was right out of the comics. And I want to see how Flash's call to Oliver went. Hey, you know that guy that's paralyzed in that wheelchair? Can you come to Central City and help me beat the shit out of him? Thanks. So I know the season finale will rock our socks and we will see more of Reverse Flash's diabolical plan.